Hello and welcome to the CIBSE West Midlands region bite-sized briefing short. In the news recently is keeping heat at bay, reducing airborne particulates, EV charging taxation, the decarbonisation of commercial buildings, the evolution of heat pumps, energy infrastructure transition, and counting carbon. My name is Joss Brownlee and I'm the chair for the CIBSE West Midlands Region Committee, and it's great to have you join me today. Let's see what's been in the news. Keeping heat at bay. A new approved document, Building Regulation Part O and overheating, with a focus of a recent CIBSE Heating, Ventilation and Air Conditioning Systems Technical Group meeting. The CIBSE Heating, Ventilation and Air Conditioning Systems HVAC Group recently hosted a technical meeting to discuss methods for compliance with the new overheating regulations as set out in Building Regulations Approved Document O. Reducing airborne particulates is for life, not just for COVID, an article recently was titled. As designers and operators of building HVAC systems, we have a duty of care to make sure indoor spaces are safeguarded against the dangers posed by what is often referred to as fresh air. The government has described claims that new regulations on smart charging for electric vehicles lay the groundwork for new tax on EV charging as ludicrous. However, the government has failed to rule out introducing a new tax as a way of replacing almost £30 billion of revenue it stands to lose in fossil fuel taxes as petrol and diesel cars are replaced by electric models. Driving the decarbonisation of commercial buildings, implementing high-efficiency climate control systems and transitioning to lower global warming potential refrigerants is essential to decarbonise and minimise the environmental impact of buildings, an article starts with. Heat pumps evolution. Air source heat pumps have become the poster child of technology for the government's net zero strategy. The advantage of air source heat pumps is that with a performance greater than 100% efficiency, they can extract additional energy from outside the building's metered systems to deliver significant carbon savings. The problem starts when the efficiency of an air source heat pump is based on working flow water temperatures of 35 degrees C. It needs to be recognised that this temperature is insufficient to safely provide domestic hot water for commercial applications, where achieving 60 degrees C in a calorifier is a basic requirement. In energy infrastructure transition news, the 2020s will be the decade when the foundations of UK energy transition to net zero are established. What is involved in this transition and how are things progressing? The net zero transition is one of the world's greatest shared challenges. The UK's energy transition tipping point may still not be crossed until the late 2020s. Despite having made great early progress through the establishment of statutory net zero carbon targets and the phasing out of coal, the UK is still in the foothills of energy transition. And lastly, counting carbon. In late May, the Commons Environmental Audit Committee called for urgent action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions as well as operational carbon targets. The UK's built environment is responsible for 25% of our greenhouse gas emissions. In 2021, the Environmental Audit Committee launched an inquiry into the sustainability of the built environment, looking to understand the routes to net zero carbon for our future buildings' needs. All of the content covered in today's episode have elements of mechanical and electrical building services in them, which indicate the wide range of roles and responsibility covered by building services engineers and engineering. All of the information shown is copyright of the respective owner. Links to the articles are available in the description. CIBSE accepts no responsibility for external links. If you'd like to comment, get involved or contribute, please don't hesitate to get in contact via email or any of our social media channels. I thank you for joining me today and look forward to the next time.